Hi guys, my name is Danielle and welcome to the Messy Italian Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these pretty black and white cookies, black and whites, mezzalunas, half and halves, whatever you want to call them, and this pretty decorative box made out of a paper plate. So let's get started. So the things that we're going to need today is a stick of butter, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to need 1 cup and 1/4 cup of cake flour, 1 cup, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So to begin, we're going to take our butter cubed up. A 1/2 cup is 1 stick. And we're going to cream our butter and sugar together. So we're going to mix the butter and all the sugar. Come on out of there. I guess I should get a spatula, huh? Okay, so we're going to cream it on medium speed until it's all incorporated and nice and smooth. Alright, so it's not exactly smooth yet, but it will be. So I'm going to get my handy dandy egg cracker. This is my daughter Madonna. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so Madonna, I want you to crack an egg in there for me.
Okay. I'm good at this.
Don't get any shells in there.
I won't. I do this a lot with my aunt.
Alright, so now we're going to add 1 egg at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're going to mix.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you too. Alright, so as you can see, it's starting to get smoother.
You start adding the other
Alright, now we add the other egg. Now we add the other egg.
I think I need to crack it a little bit more. Okay.
There we go. Alright.
Now put these
In the trash? Alright, very good.
And then
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna put these
In the
Wait,
sink?
let me take off the labels.
Okay.
And we won't need it anyway, right, Mom? What?
Yep, you're good. Alright, so now it's all pretty much nice and smooth. What I forgot to pull out was a wooden spoon or a spatula. I like wooden spoons. I'm Italian. They have multi-purposes. You can spank your kids, use them to cook. They're great. And just kind of scrape the sides. Make sure that's what it should look like.
Okay.
Okay. So next we are gonna add our 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Do you want to pour that in there?
Yes,
Maddie?
Mama.
Okay.
I'm just
No, you don't have to. Yeah, there you go. Pour it in. And
Yeah.
we are gonna add.
Let me take off the label, put it up.
She's a little OCD, guys.
Hey, what is that anyways?
That's.
Obviously a child.
There you go. Perfect. Add your milk. All right. And now we are gonna
Mix it all together.
put it all together.
You got that from Mom. And now you know, if you like that,
So I'm just gonna take the time to go in and scrape the sides of the bowl.
Can I mix it?
No, baby, because I don't want any messes. Okay.
I'm just gonna sit down there on the table.
At the table instead. All right. So right now it looks like a wet, gooey mess, and that is because this cookie is kind of springy and cake-like. So you have to add enough wet to dry for the wet to dry ratio. So next we are going to combine our 1 cup and 1 and 1/4 cup of cake flour. Boop. We're going to combine our 1 and 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to combine our 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, not baking soda, and our 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we are going to take another, as we call them in our house, spanking spoons. Mix it all together. Oops. All right. This is where an apron would come in handy, guys. All right. Okay, so next I am going to add the dry mix into the wet mix half at a time. So we're going to do half. See, half. Okay. And mix it up. Now, you're going to add the last half of our dry mix. Alright, so if you take a look, as you can see, now this is turning into a really thick mix. So I'm just going to scrape the sides one more time, just to make sure I don't have any stuff that's not mixed in. We have laundry detergent and a washing machine. Who needs an apron? Okay, so at this time, I started to preheat my oven to 340 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am going to grease my pan. Now, usually, this is done on a regular pan with parchment paper and a cookie scoop, and the cookie scoop makes these nice little round, perfect black and white cookies. However, since this is going to be a Mother's Day gift, I thought hearts would be appropriate. So I'm going to take and give each one just a little spray. You don't want a lot. You don't need a lot. And we're going to take a spoon, 2 spoons. Get a nice scoop. And put it in the mold. Okay, so now that this is all full, it was a little messy filling it up, so I just kind of took my icing spatula and smoothed it out a little bit. And now they're going to go in the oven for 18 minutes or until they're pretty crispy. Okay, not crispy, until they're a light golden brown. I take that back. You have to bear with me, guys. This is my first ever time doing anything like this on YouTube. All right, so while our cookies are baking, we are going to make this little basket to hold it in. So how I did that...
I helped out with that basket right there.
You did? You're
I will go and I will go and get the things we will need.
Okay. So how I did it is, if you see your paper plate, you can see the little grooves around the edge. So you're going to cut 2 grooves just to cut into those grooves. So I did 1, and then I have about 1, 2, 3 spaces, and I'm going to cut another one. And you want to make sure that you don't go past where it bends, where it curves. So then just take it directly across, and you're going to cut 2 more. Now we are going to take it and we're going to turn it backwards because this is a decorated plate and I want the decoration on the outside. So we're going to turn it over and we are going to fold. That's what it should look like now. Then we're going to fold along here and here. So we're going to take and put another fold this way and another fold this way. So now, when you put it together, you're going to lift up the square side and put the triangles just like that and tape it. See, super easy. Now, I'm going to take my little decorator over here and she's going to cut me out a pretty heart with her magic crinkle scissors.
Yes, I like to use these. My grandma taught me how to make hearts with scissors and folded paper. It's a lot easier to do it like that. Now this one might be a little smaller than the other one. That's okay.
It is okay because you can make more. Yes. So
you want to put it right here in the center.
In the center. And you can write your little message on it. Here you go.
You can write whatever you want, but we're going to write Happy Mother's Day.
This is really her show. She's just letting me on it.
No, it's actually her show.
Alrighty. So, That's done. And we're just waiting them out of the oven after exactly 18 minutes. And we are just going to take our cookies out of the pan. Just kind of take the excess off right there. So these are one of my favorite cookies. Actually, they're my sister-in-law's favorite cookies too. So she's definitely going to be happy that we made these. These came out pretty. I've never really made them in a mold before. I've always used a ice cream scoop to make circles. But I thought, who doesn't love their mommy, right? So, alright, so while those are cooling, we are going to start making our icing. So what we did is we're going to do a double boiler method. I don't have a double boiler. I do it this way. I grew up poor and Italian. We didn't need that. We used what we had. So I have a medium saucepan with about 1 inch of water on it. I'm going to put it on the stove and light it. Then we're going to take our 1/4 cup of water. We're going to take a 1/4 cup of water, put it in there, and we are going to heat that up. When that heats up, we have 2 cups of powdered sugar. So this is going to make the white icing that's on half of the cookie. Once we ice all the cookies with the white icing, we add 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips to the same mixture, and we use it to do the other half of the cookie. We're going to use a medium-sized icing spatula to do it. Okay, so now that the water inside the top double boiler has been brought to boiling, we're going to bring it over here, and we are going to take another spanking spoon. Ta-da! And we are going to add the powdered sugar in half increments.
Do you need a guy to help you put it in the hole?
You're so funny. It would help if it's plugged in. It wouldn't turn on because it was. So instead of the messy Italian chef, I could be something like the ditzy Italian chef, you know. And make our icing. And add the last half of our powdered sugar. It's like having a turntable. This is just a typical cake icing, not cake icing, cookie icing. It's very, very, very sweet, but it's not the same consistency of like your buttercream or anything like that. All it is water, powdered sugar, and it's just a basic cookie icing. And you could use the same recipe to ice any cookie. Add your food coloring to make any color you want. That the icing is done and our cookies are cooled, I'm gonna do a couple, and then I'm gonna let my favorite girl in the world, my daughter, come do the other one. So with these half black and whites, half and halves, mezzalunas, whatever you want to call them, you're gonna take the white icing and just do half. And you're gonna want to do all of them. This is like the perfect politically correct cookie. It's when black and white can come together. Okay, so now that all the cookies are half done with the white icing,
We're gonna make art.
we are gonna put this icing back on the double burner and add our 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. Okay, so now that we have incorporated our semi-sweet chocolate chips, we've stirred it into the icing, and now we're ready to ice the other half of the cookie. Same thing. I love you too, Maddie. I love you too, baby. So, one of the problems that you run into is eventually, hey Gianni, go sit with Daddy for a minute. Is eventually this cools and the icing does not smooth. It does not go on smoothly. So all you're gonna do is put it back on the double boiler. All right, so here we go. These are our black and whites in our pretty decorated box. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you come back and see me again next week. Leave your comments below. Let me know what I could do better or what you would like to see. Bye.